Steve.
And this is Kill
and Bones. Steve in brackets Bones.
You're doing double duty today as both Steve and your nickname Bones.
Yes, and you're doing double duty as both Griffin and Mr. Toplitsky.
That's right.
Those that you like to be stern to.
And this is Killed to Death.
It's the improvised true crime podcast.
With the loudest theme music.
Well, second loudest.
To who?
The first time we did this intro. That time was a little louder.
Yeah. We are back live.
We're back live, everyone.
This is the improvised true crime podcast. We're going to take a murder and we are going to solve it.
Yeah. And a lot of places can't say they do that. A lot
of
places.
Sorry to go Mr. Toplitsky on you, but those are the rules.
The rules is it's getting solved. One way or another, it's getting solved.
Sorry.
Did you watch have you been watching any actual true crime shows?
I've never seen Making a Murderer. I've never listened to Serial. I watch almost no true crime. And I think it keeps me, unbiased for this.
It keeps you young, too.
It keeps me young, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I am, of course, only 26.
And imagine if you'd watched true crime.
And Steve, yes. I like to imagine that fans are at home right now, listening along. I like to imagine someone is watching this stream. Isn't that nice?
When I think of doing these shows, I like to think someone's watching.
Yeah.
Or someone is listening later, or listening now. Maybe you're in your car. Maybe you're at home. Maybe you're walking down the street. Those are options.
Yeah, even walking down the street along with this live show might be implausible.
Couldn't you do that? You could pull up YouTube.
You could do that. So we got a comment from Michael Mongiardi. He says, I am watching, but he doesn't specify where, so it is completely useless as help.
I'm just saying that he didn't say he wasn't on a street, so there you go.
And
it's
for
still on the table.
People who are listening to this episode later, this is through Sonar Network and Bad Dog TV, so we do have a live chat function.
That's right.
Which is very exciting.
Thank you to them for this show, because this rules, and we're happy to do it.
Yeah.
So hell yeah.
And for those listening along, it is close to dinner time.
Mm-hmm.
And
depending on what time zone you're in. No.
Yeah. No, I got. Okay.
Yeah. And you thought we just had local listeners.
Okay, you take it from here.
Well, for some of you, it's close to a meal time. We have to be general. It's either close to a meal time, or you just had a meal. Or you're asleep. So in general...
Or it's Christmas!
In Australia, it's Christmas now. But in general, what we're here to talk about, of course, is food, local eats, supporting local, right?
Yeah.
That's what I cut you off from?
Yes. If people want to order a dinner to eat and watch along with us, we thought we'd give you some suggestions of our favorite local places to order from.
Mm-hmm.
Steve, where is your number one place during the pandemic to order from?
Frankie's.
Frankie's. Is this... Oh, sorry,
Yep.
go ahead.
No, what were you going to say? Because it probably is.
I was going to ask if it was a knockoff of Fancy Frank's, the hot dog joint across from Comedy Bar.
It is.
It is, in fact...
It is, and it's Frankie's Not So Fancies. And...
It's Frank the Slobs.
Well, Frank the Dirty Dog is what he calls himself. And these are...
Not appetizing.
These are run-of-the-mill hot dogs. These are... they're quite honestly boiled. And he's upfront about that. Boiled in hot water.
Oh, so he meets you at the counter when you order.
Oh, yeah. He's the only one who runs it.
He pulls out his list of apologies.
He's like, yeah, what do you want to complain about? And most of the time, people are there to complain about the service. It took too long. He was too rude. It kind of stinks. But you know what they're not there to complain about? Those delicious, normal hot dogs. He says you can have one strip of ketchup.
Okay.
And for an extra 35 cents, mustard. And that's it.
And no one complains about that.
No, man, because the people there, they want the simplicity. The people who are there, people
you
are
want
tired
a bad
of
hot
choice.
dog.
People are so sick of... Okay, you're sitting at home. You open up your Netflix. Oh, do I open up my Netflix or my Disney Plus? There's so much
I want a hot dog.
I'm overloaded with choice. Just give me a plain hot
Just
dog.
give me a hot dog. I go into Netflix and I look and nothing looks like it's going to be dinner.
And I keep watching Sausage Party over and over, and it's not filling the void. So
and
I'm
it's so funny, sure, but it's not satisfying.
The hot dogs fuck in that movie, and it's
hot dogs fuck each other. It's awesome.
I got that you specified each other, and not
hot dogs fuck each other.
They just fuck each other. That's it. And here's my beef with that movie, which I did see. Did you see it?
Beef hot dog.
Yeah, beef hot dog.
It's a beef hot dog. You can make a hot dog out of beef. Normally it's made out of pork. Sometimes beef. What's your problem with that movie?
That, oh, am I going to get this wrong?
Are you going to say it stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt? Because you would get that wrong. I'm pretty sure it's like Seth Rogen or his friend or something.
That was my problem with it, was that it starred Joseph Gordon-Levitt. But I guess that's not a problem. Because it wasn't him. I get so confused with those voice acting movies. I'm like, how am I supposed to know who this is? They should have the picture up in the corner, I think, the whole time. So I know who's talking.
They should superimpose the picture over the character's face.
They should. And they don't. And what is your favorite place to eat in all of the city?
I would have said Garfield Eats. But it is now closed, which I thought would be a big problem. But it turns out I did some thinking about it, and what I truly liked about Garfield Eats was John Arbuckle yelling at me. Mm-hmm. And that's what I loved about it, was every waiter was John Arbuckle, and they'd come to your table and call you like a lazy piece of shit. And that was awesome.
Like John. He's normally very just like sad, I feel like. And
have you ever seen the ones where he'll like grab Garfield by the scruff of his neck and say, you got to start pulling your weight around here?
What does he want him to do?
Get a job.
Oh, wow.
John Arbuckle's always saying, work in a warehouse.
Oh, he wants Garfield to work. Those are sometimes very poor working conditions. That is not a place for, especially not for a lazy... He hates Mondays.
You can get a... Wow. Bad Dog Comedy TV has commented, you can get a cameo for $100 from the owner of Garfield Eats.
I also...
I wonder. They posted the link.
That's great. I watched part of a behind the scenes Garfield Eats video, and the guy is a maniac. I'm sorry to tell you.
Well, he was probably the one half dressed as John Arbuckle without the shirt who came over to my table and said, "You're lazy."
Okay, I'm curious how you still knew this was John Arbuckle. He had no shirt.
Yeah, he had big eyes.
Okay.
He went like this. You're lazy. But without a shirt.
No, that's John.
He did paint the top half of his body blue.
Like a Blue Man Group style.
And he was completely bald, and he also painted the rest of his body blue, and he carried around a big bongo drum. This guy is truly a maniac, and I highly suggest the cameo for a friend's birthday.
That would be actually a very funny cameo. A few people go in on that. Get the guy from Garfield East to say something.
Yeah. And so if any fans out there would like to support Killed to Death, the link has already been posted for the cameo. A few of you maybe in the chat organize with each other. Chip in, get me and Steve a cameo.
And if anyone is aspirational out there and wants to start a new business, Odie Eats. I think that's what the city needs to kind of fill that void.
And Steve, speaking of doing things, would you like to get this episode started and solve a murder?
Yeah, we should start this one.
So what we need is you can, if you're sitting there with a chat function in front of you, what we would like is a suggestion of somewhere you might find a dead body. And I remember from last time there's a bit of lag from once we ask that to when they start showing up. So Steve, you're going to need a vamp.
I can vamp.
Bah.
Oh my god. Well, I can vamp by telling you that I just got a cat. And I can tell you all about my cat and his favorite. Oh, look at that! Scooby Eats.
Scooby Eats is a suggestion.
That's one suggestion, which is good.
We're not saying it's bad, but we are saying it's just the first one.
It's just one of what we can only assume will be many that we could take. But right now, it is an option on the table.
It is an option on the table. And Shaggy comes over and he says, "You fucking suck." Sorry.
Get a job, Scooby. That I remember. That's a big part of that, is that Shaggy's always telling him he grabs him by the scruff of his neck and he's like, "Get into a warehouse, Scooby.
Stop killing those ghosts."
Scooby always kicks the shit out of the ghost. And Fred has to like hold him back. He's like, really, he's doing too much.
And Velma's like, "Get out of here, go, you need to go."
And it's like, we've already revealed it's like
okay, so far
Jenkins or something.
So far we've not gotten another suggestion, so it looks like, oh, we got a Caillou Eats from Red J Way. Vesta Lunch. Oh, you know what? We probably shouldn't do Vesta Lunch because it's a real business. I guess Scooby Eats is technically a real business, but...
Is it?
Oh, it's going to be. It's replacing Garfield Eats, I believe.
Actually, okay, this I was just laughing at the notion of it. I didn't know it was real.
It's true. And so it looks like we will have to take one of these Quahog, home of Cleveland.
And that's it. I only recognize Cleveland show canon.
Steve, do any of those speak to you?
Why don't we just say a non-specified small diner?
Ooh. Wonderful.
Well, let's not belittle a particular diner.
We've got another suggestion of Vesta Lunch. They have it hard enough as it is.
Yeah,
I went there once and they had one bottle of syrup. The victim, canvas tote, found dead in a diner. Today's guests, Giggly Puffy Beth and Squirtle Johnson. Giggly Puffy, Squirtle, hello.
Hi, I'm Giggly Puffy Beth.
You are Giggly Puffy Beth.
No, it's Giggly Puffy Beth.
Oh, the inflection is part of it.
You gotta go down.
That's how different languages work. That's how different languages work that way. Yes, please respect it. Thank you.
Giggly Puffy Beth.
Thank you.
Okay.
You'll get the hang of it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Squirtle Johnson.
Yes, hello. Squirtle Johnson, Esquire.
Esquire? Is that law?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
I'm a lawyer.
Wow.
Oh. Okay. Defense or offense?
I defend. I defend criminals.
Well, the best offense is a good defense.
I offend. Exactly.
You're a criminal.
I'm the offense. Yeah, we're rival lawyers.
You're another lawyer. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, we're rival lawyers, but it's like Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Like they're kind of like fighting each other. They're fighting each other, but they're friends. At the end of the day, they push each other to do better.
Like you'll see Michael Jordan and LeBron in any given match, any given night, just punching the hell out of each other.
Name any. Yeah. And it's like, obviously, they're going hard on the court. Like, they go hard on the court, of course. We're not saying that.
And you guys go hard in court.
That's what I was just going to say.
But at the end, they do that lineup thing where they make the two teams line up, and then you give high fives to everyone.
And you guys do that in court?
Yeah, that happens.
We kiss each other. Yeah.
Kiss each other.
We kiss each other.
Open mouth.
It
Is
just
it
goes
the
down the
mouth?
line.
Yeah, we get down the line. Open mouth kiss, lots of tongue.
Does that
Wow.
include, the people involved in the case as well?
Of course.
Yeah.
So if I
Game for everyone. It's a good game for everyone. Everyone did a good show.
if I get in a fender bender with someone, decide to sue them, at some point I will be made to kiss them in court.
Well, yes, if you want to,
Absolutely.
if it makes it to court, because sometimes if you settle out of court,
Mm.
then you don't have to open mouth kiss. Sometimes that's just a peck, maybe a hickey, depending on what the group wants. But if it goes to court, if you want to settle there, you will have to open mouth kiss everyone involved, the bailiff, everyone.
And I've heard that the judge judges everyone's kisses. Is that true?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he kind of puts up scorecards. Is that true?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Mhm.
Wow.
That happens after they walk out and they say, "Now everyone can stand up," and then shows up the different scorecards. They're different every time.
Yeah,
Wait.
and that's why we have runners. Like in courts, when there's a Supreme Court ruling, there'll be interns and pledges who run the ruling to the press. So when you're not in the Supreme Court, that runner will generally run the kissing scores that the judge gives all of the people involved in the case to the press. So then they get, printed there.
Yeah. Judge rates kiss 7. Innocent.
Exactly.
Extra,
Exactly.
extra.
Exactly.
So, Giggly Puffy, Beth, are you employed by the government then? Is that how that works?
Yes, sort of.
Okay.
Have you heard of the Team Rocket? The
Team Rocket?
The Team Rocket. Yeah,
Yes.
Houston.
They employ me.
They employ
Okay.
you.
So Team Rock, yeah.
Team Rocket is a mafia gang in the Ash Ketchum world, and I get flown into
There's no better
America
name for it.
sometimes.
That's the only way to describe that world.
Oh, from the Ash Ketchum show.
It's his world and we're all just living in it.
It's a world. It's not a show. It's a world.
Oh,
And I
okay.
get flown into America to work with Squiggly Puffy.
Okay, so you
Wait,
are
that's
from
That's
there.
you.
that's you.
I'm so sorry.
I
What's
mean,
your name again?
I'm Squirtle Johnson, your rival enemy.
wow, the
I don't
disrespect.
I really
Whoa.
don't think about my enemy very much.
Wow.
Yeah, that's an abs. We'll handle that on the court.
Damn.
We'll handle that on the floors of the court. Take it out there. I just took that personally. Like my
Mm.
like
Michael
my,
Jordan.
Exactly. That's what I
Yeah.
was gonna say. My hero, the person I've made my life after.
Mhm.
What's the word for
And-
that? Your model, my role model,
Mhm.
Michael Jordan.
And you're old, and I'm LeBron James, the only
Also
relevant
old.
one now.
Well, also
Okay.
old.
Yeah, mid-30s.
Ugh, just give up at that point.
I'm just saying. Yeah, but I am old. I'm old.
And you also
I'm
have
about-
a big cigar and
Wait, sorry, how old are you?
whiskey.
I would say I'm probably around 58.
Around there.
Well, yeah, it's like I don't remember. I went through a childhood coma, so I don't remember exactly when I was born. But I know that the doctors say I have the genetic makeup of around a 58-year-old. But
Yeah,
so
that
50,
could be because of my
You're-
cigar. That could be from my big cigar.
I think age comes from the mother's side. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You inherit it that way. So
Yeah, it's recessive. Sorry, so Giggly Puff. Oh, that's gonna get tough. Giggly Puffy Beth, you are employed by the mob Team Rocket from the Ash Ketchum universe. You were saying.
Yes, I am. And I'm an expat of America, and sometimes I get flown into America to help with certain cases involving criminals. And that's why I'm here today. I'm expensive. We'll talk rates afterwards.
Oh, I was not under the impression that we were paying you for this appearance. Is that?
Oh, you are.
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Mike will cover that.
Yeah, Mike from Sonar. He's got it down pat.
Yeah.
Okay. Because Team Rocket will come after you if you do not. And
Well,
Mike
we'll
from
come after
Sonar.
Mike.
Mike from
We'll come
Sonar.
after
Mike from
yeah,
Sonar.
For sure.
Mike. Okay. I should write that down in my
But
Pokédex.
if you are the offense, you're going after criminals. I guess these are criminals who have wronged the criminals of Team Rocket.
Right.
And does that mean that you're defending people who go after Team Rocket, Squirtle?
Oh, me. Sorry. Yes, I'm defending. I'm a little confused at this whole thing. I really just kind of my assistant will send me a text saying show up at this time in this place and drops a little pin on the map. You know how you can do that. So I show up and then I just look for kind of like where my assistant is then marked a big red X on the floor, and I stand there and then I just really think on my feet, see what's going on, vibe a little bit, vamp off the audience, and that's what I do. But I guess if I were to be more specific, generally, yes, I defend the people who have wronged Team Rocket. But Team Rocket is the government, so that's kind of how that works. Like Team Rocket is the crook mobster government of Ash Ketchum universe.
Right. Even though you're flown to America for the cases.
Well, it's like the UN, you know? Do I need to elaborate, or do you know of the UN?
No, it's just like
no.
the
I
UN.
know. I know what
like
the UN is.
UN.
Which part of this is like the UN?
Well, when you wrong, so when there was like World War II, and there was people who were criminals from World War II, they wouldn't be tried in Germany. They would be tried in the Nuremberg trials in Nuremberg. Right. Where was Nuremberg?
Oh, it was so important to all of us.
So they would take them to. They would take them to the UN to try them.
Okay.
So what you're saying is you guys are an impartial third party.
We have a comment that says,
each.
"I have a pizza for Squirtle."
It's a pizza for me. I'm Squirtle Johnson, bitch.
Right. Okay.
Lawyer catchphrase.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's my lawyer catchphrase. So when the judge goes knock knock,
who's there? Who's there? Yeah.
Yeah. And they go, they're innocent. This person's innocent. And then I go, I'm Squirtle Johnson, bitch. And then I take out my sawn-off shotgun and I shoot a round into the ceiling.
A round of your shotgun. Wow.
Plaster raining down.
Yeah. In your eye. It's in your eye for the whole day.
Puffy, what is your lawyer catchphrase?
It is Team Rocket. Go catch 'em. I'm not involved in it.
They're cheering for Ash Ketchum? Because I don't know a lot about the Pokemon universe.
Or is it? No, it might be catch them. Catch them.
No, it's catch 'em.
Okay, then I have no
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe they're all just on the same side. They're all part of that same world, that same
It's
universe.
very complicated.
Okay. Math.
Thank you so much. Like the theory of relativity.
Right.
Versus string theory.
Was that a big case you had to do?
Yes, I was for string theory.
Right.
And I said, how are we going to floss without this stuff?
Yeah, the theory is getting rid of string.
And I was for the general theory of relativity, and I said, if you're not related to your aunt, then who are you related to?
And those two thoughts in direct opposition.
Yeah.
Only one can be right.
Case.
Well, just very famous case, and we went to school for this. So,
for sure.
So if you don't get it, it's not my fault that you don't understand.
I totally understand. America is the UN for the Ash Ketchum universe.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it.
Okay, good. I was worried, but no. Now you've shown me that you get it.
And the Ash Ketchum world itself is as complicated as the theory of relativity.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Canvas Tote. Found dead in a diner.
Yeah.
Yes.
Were you two meeting to discuss a case or something in advance of court?
Well, yeah. Sometimes you have to pass off a little manila envelope of facts and stuff, and I have to pass it off to say, I didn't add any fake evidence in there, basically. It's my word that I have to say. I didn't put any fake evidence in here. I didn't put any dirty laundry in here. I didn't put any bags ripped off a mattress in here. So then I pass it off. I pass it off to my nemesis over here, my rival, the LeBron James to my Michael Jordan, to say, hey, I didn't put any of this damn stuff in here. I mean, I did put the stuff in here, but I didn't put anything bad in here. You know what I'm saying?
I promise.
I promise.
Yeah.
Right.
And then sometimes, we get hungry. We grab a bite.
Yeah, we shoot the shit.
Yeah.
Here and
Yeah,
there.
again, off the court, you have a friendship.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, if it's a diner, there's food there. We just do it on the crime scene. We're both there. We're both part of it. We're both investigating. We know which side we're on. Who cares if we eat some pickles with hot dogs and get it all over the place?
Yeah, I wasn't concerned about it. We weren't concerned.
So
we didn't
this-
know it was going to be a crime scene walking into it, but then we
Right.
did. And as you all know, the rules of law, the first two lawyers who arrive to the scene then get to represent the case.
Yeah, you're like tow truck drivers.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know a lot about
You drive
driving.
tow
I'm
trucks.
scared of- I'm scared of driving.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Well, you have an assistant, I guess. So
Exactly.
their job.
My
I
assistant
suppose.
drives me on an ATV everywhere.
Right, so you had been ATV'd into the diner.
Of course.
Did either of you know Canvas beforehand?
I've heard of him. I've heard of him.
What have you heard?
He's a famous writer.
Oh.
Hmm.
Of
I
what?
would have thought painter.
Oh, well,
Oh,
that's very
real nice, real
presumptuous
cute,
of you.
real cute.
Yeah.
This is a
He's
dead
dead.
person.
Come on, Griffin.
Dead
Come on,
person.
don't make assumptions about
Sorry,
someone.
guys.
Have some
No,
respect.
Oh,
Sorry,
you're
guys.
Griffin. I bet you're a fucking bird, aren't you?
No, I'm not a bird. I'm a man.
Mystical
I'm a full
bird.
man. I'm a full man.
Okay, just saying. Sometimes we don't like it when the mirror is turned on us.
So
No,
was
I like
he-
it. I like it a lot. I'm a man.
Was he a writer of
Of advertisements.
books? Of
Yes.
Of
advertisements?
advertisements.
Any
Okay.
we
Yeah.
might know.
You might know him from the 2014 Apple iPad ad. Get your pad on.
I don't remember that one.
It's like to the theme of so let me set the scene for you.
Okay.
Sure.
So there's a stormtrooper and he's walking into a McDonald's, okay? And there's a long line, right? And he's just waiting and then he puts his Walkman, he puts his iPod Touch in, right? He starts listening to music. And then he goes, and that's to Shake Your Groove thing, but he's changing the lyrics and he goes, get your pad on today. Show me how you do it now. And then an egg hits him in the eye. and then he goes, oh my God.
Through
we
the
should
helmet?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then
Wow.
he goes, oh my God, we should make, if only my iPod Touch was bigger. And then it goes, iPad on the screen.
Wow. And this was they cut the licensing to Star Wars for this.
Yeah, and
McDonald's.
Shake Your Groove thing, and McDonald's.
Wow. Yeah. So this
Wow. And Canvas wrote this.
Yep. Yeah,
Wow.
visionary.
is yeah. These were.
He
so-
also wrote. Sorry,
Mhm.
go ahead.
No. I want to hear another commercial.
I was going to say, he also wrote the 2019 advertisement for Tampax,
Oh,
also
yes.
titled Get Your Pad On. That
Yes.
was more self-explanatory.
And no, what was that commercial?
Yeah,
I don't remember it. What was
I
that
don't remember
commercial?
that one. Yeah.
Oh, so basically what happens is they open on a library and there's a person there and they're bleeding through their pants. And the log line goes, get your
Log
pad on. And
So it cuts to black and it just says.
there's a lot. Get your
I can't
pad
believe you
on.
haven't seen this commercial.
Yeah,
Very
it's
famous.
iconic. It's
Oh.
very straightforward.
Yeah, very
person-
straightforward.
The person
Yeah.
in the library sees the log line and goes, "Oh, okay," and pulls out a pad and sticks it right on
Right there in the
in
middle
the
of the library.
Wow. So no music in this one.
Beautiful.
Just
Well, yeah, it's like more
silence.
it's simplistic.
Right.
They see the slogan and they say,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay."
And never before in a commercial has the person in the commercial seen the log line and reacted.
Mm,
No.
That's why it was so
Very-
iconic.
It's
Yeah,
so
that's
iconic.
huge.
Yeah.
yeah. No
Wow.
wonder. People who write ads like this, we all know their names, just like Canvas Toad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we had,
Yeah.
of course, known him because we do criminal defense, but everybody once in a while will dabble in copyright law. So
Mm.
actually, the only case that we had
For
kind of
fun.
worked, yeah, we had both worked as like paralegals before we had then become lawyers, just helping on the case where Canvas Toad was accused of copyright.
And what kind of man did he seem like, especially in a stressful situation like a case, ongoing cases?
He was definitely like those naturally sweaty guys,
Mm.
very
Mhm.
sweaty, and
Yeah.
And one of those collars, sometimes people who have like a dress shirt, but they don't like iron the collar that much. So sometimes the inside of the collar kind of comes out a little bit and it's like that, like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's that kind of guy.
Tattoos.
Mm-hmm. A lot of
tattoos.
He had a lot of tattoos with sayings like live, love, eat. You know, sayings that you'd find on Etsy canvas tote bags all over his body. There's one down his neck that says, I am dog.
I saw one that he had. He had
confusing.
one just right down here, and it said Hakuna Moscato.
Interesting. These are all things I haven't seen on tote bags yet.
But it's Hakuna Matata, but it's Moscato, the wine.
That's good.
A lot of wine tattoos on his body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wine not.
Right.
Here.
I only drink on days that end with Y.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay.
Right on the eyes. Right on the eyes.
Okay.
And it continues and it says, or I only drink on days that end in wine.
If you're reading this, get me some wine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. These are good.
Yeah. Very funny.
So you are pretty familiar with Canvas as a guy then.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get to directly talk to the witness or the accused as a paralegal, because we were more so, doing menial tasks like getting coffee or running the kissing scores to the press.
Right, of course.
Right, of course. And how did he do with the kissing?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember?
You're too excited.
Sure, you can tell us.
I remember a little too well. It was.
Oh wow!
Oh
no!
It really got me in my giggly, puffy, funny spot. I fantasized about it for a week. So basically,
pretty good.
So yeah, basically, he opened up his lips, and he has 2 rows of teeth on the top and on the bottom.
Oh,
two rows on the top and 2 rows on the bottom.
Yes, that's what I meant. 4 rows of teeth in total. And he just
like a shark.
He kisses with his teeth.
Whoa!
Oh, you like that?
Oh, it's so hot. It is so hot. Because my skin is very soft, and so I just want some sort of hardness,
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
okay,
that's a pretty good kisser.
So he had a lot of
kisser.
teeth.
Yeah. I didn't do any kissing with him because at this point I was 14, so that would have really been appropriate.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a whole different court case.
I was also
you know what I'm
14.
saying?
Yeah, no, we know what you're saying.
Yeah, I do know what you're saying, yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? You got Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
Yeah.
I think the UN would have to handle that one.
Yeah, that'd be a UN.
Yeah.
Well, may I just say on the offense that being 14 is not that bad on Ash Ketchum World.
How horrible.
Okay, can you break this down?
Yes, I will. I definitely will. Giggling puppies have children at roughly around 13 and a half.
So they're born 13 and a half, or the mom is, or the parent who's...
we're born, become 13 and a half, have children, and die by 20.
Do you mind if I ask how old you are?
19.
You're 19.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yes.
So can I on the defense kind of just re-speak what logic you just said to us?
Right.
So you're saying...
it's like we're seeing a real court case.
Yeah. So you're saying 14 isn't that bad because for you, 14 is a baby. You're born 14. So you don't think it's that bad because you're a baby.
No, for me, 14 is like human middle age.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right.
Like dogs.
Right. You're saying you have children at 13.
Yes.
Okay.
They're not born 14. You're giving birth to a child at 14, but the child isn't 14 or 13 and a half.
I mean,
yes.
I feel like we didn't even address this, that you are a Pokemon. Is that what we're getting at?
I am.
Okay, right, okay. Just thought we should establish that. Makes a lot more sense. Okay, right. So you have different ages, and it functions differently. Okay. But of course there are humans in your world as well, right?
Ash Ketchum.
Just him.
Dead.
He's dead?
What? Yeah.
That's another murder we gotta solve.
Yeah, drive-by shooting. Drive-by shooting.
Oh, you know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like it's rude to say that. I'm also a Squirtle. You didn't say any. I am a Squirtle.
No,
you are also a Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, I was adopted
Yes.
into a human family, but that doesn't erase my history as a Squirtle.
Right. And now
For
why
sure.
did you-
That sucks. Steve was implying that.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it is inappropriate, and I'm so happy to put this whole interview on Twitter later and get your ass canceled, Steve.
Well, the file's going to be too big to upload on Twitter. 'Cause
Well,
it's a
I'll compress
whole
it.
hour.
Ever heard of compressafile.com?
No, that sounds like it might be a bit of a sketchy website.
You're going to get
There's
some pop-ups on
sexy ads.
compressifile.com.
There's a pop-up and it goes new sexy game, and it's anime nipples going through a shirt, but it gets the job done. If you don't click on the ad, it compresses the file. But if you do click on the ad, then
You get to play a new sexy game.
You're playing a new sexy game. So it's really a win-win situation if you're asking me. But you do get a virus then. Then you do get a virus.
Now, something we haven't talked at all is about the murder scene.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're in this diner. Which diner is this?
I don't know if we're allowed to say under the law.
Yeah, it's confidential.
Okay.
Confidential.
You were at a redacted diner.
Yeah, exactly.
You hand over your manila
So you know the
envelope.
name. So you know the name. So it's
Yeah,
okay.
you were at redacted diner.
Yeah.
You hand over your envelope. You say, "I promise I didn't do anything to this. You gotta believe me."
Yeah.
And at some point, do you two find the body? Is it one of you who discovers it?
Let me walk through it in my mind. I'm gonna
Sure.
speak out loud. Okay,
Like
so
a mind palace, like how Sherlock Holmes does.
exactly, yeah.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
Squirtle gave me the envelope, and I said, "Okay, I believe you," because Squirtle said I didn't do anything to it, and I was like, "Okay." And so then I said, you want to grab some fries? I want to hear about your divorce." And so we got some fries from the counter. Oh,
They were just on the counter?
no. Let me clarify. There was someone working at the counter.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is when I noticed blood all over one side of their face. And I
Oh.
thought,
Oh.
I better record this in my Pokédex. So I do.
Yeah.
And then I got
You said
fries with
discovered a
some-
new thing. Person
Yeah,
with blood on them.
face.
Dash, yes. And so then I ordered some a small fries with rosemary garlic, and I said, "Hey Squirtle, do you want some fries with rosemary garlic?"
Are you
And
guys
Squirtle
far
said,
away at this point? Are you shouting?
Well, yeah, I was putting some tunes on the jukebox.
Oh, okay.
What were you
Yes.
throwing on?
Blurred Lines by Robin Thicke.
I love a good oldie.
My favorite tune. Yeah, throwback. It was Thursday,
Oh.
so you had to do it
That's
Throwback
Okay.
Thursday.
cool.
Cool. Okay, so back to the counter. Sorry, you're talking to this person with blood all over their face.
Yes. So then I paid for the fries, and I decided to tip $1.25 because
Mhm.
that's all I had in my pocket. I felt bad, but then I went back to Squirtle and asked them if they had any change,
Right. And
and they didn't.
no,
So I
I'm
put
like-
all of it into the jukebox so I could play Blurred Lines 19 times in a row.
Right.
I put it all in there. I just was shoving a $20 bill into the little slot.
Yeah.
right. So at this point, just for the imagination, everything else you described just in the background is like, you want it.
Yeah.
You want it. Okay, great.
And a blurred lines. What a song. They don't make music like that anymore. We can
No,
all
because
agree.
he doesn't make music anymore. Or does he?
Okay,
No.
so no change
I don't
from
think
Squirtle.
I hope not.
Yeah.
No change.
I don't think he's allowed.
He's not allowed to make any new stuff. Okay, so what about, did you talk to this employee with blood on their face again? Did you see them do anything else? Suspicious,
Nope.
perhaps? No, okay.
Well, they were in the bathroom when I was in the bathroom.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh.
Did they wash
Yeah.
their hands? The signs always tell them to.
They did wash their hands, but they were wearing gloves.
Oh,
They were wearing gloves, right?
redundant.
And so I walked out of the bathroom after doing quite the number on that stall, I will say.
and was the number 2?
You did a number on the stall, not the
Honey,
toilet?
when I do a number Honey, when I do a number 2, it's more like a number 4, if you know what I'm saying.
2 poos.
Yes. So I'm walking out, right? And you're washing your hand next to the other person. And I notice first of all, I noticed the bloody side of the head.
Sorry, was this before or after?
This was after.
Okay.
I didn't know this happened. Interesting.
Yes, sorry. I was probably jamming out, so I forgot to tell you. But so then we're washing hands, and I was just like, "Oh, why are you wearing gloves?" And then they were like, "Oh, well, I only have they had like latex gloves, but they had cut the finger, so they're like fingerless latex gloves." And they went, "Oh, it's just so I can put medicine on my hands."
Oh.
And I went, "Okay." And then they went back outside. And their name tag said, "Oh me, oh my name is Clyde."
Okay.
And the other name tags don't say "oh me, oh my." Like it's not
they
like
added it themselves above the name tag.
He wrote it in pen.
Oh, okay.
Did it say what his favorite movie was?
It did. Do you want to know?
Okay, we've got a comment from Ben Sosa Wright. Fingerless latex gloves sound gay.
With a bunch of commas in the middle.
Yeah, I do think that is an astute observation, although I can't say for sure if they were gay, but do you want to hear their favorite movie? And I think it might confirm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Zootopia 2.
Oh, I believe it's
That's
Zootopia.
the one where Zootopia 2, yeah, Zootopia.
Mm-hmm.
Rabbit character takes the city.
That's the first one.
No, it's a different. This time it's New York City.
Oh, she's just
it's not Zootopia at all.
No.
Oh, the commas are a part of it. Okay.
Okay. All right. That's important. And
So
that could be a key piece of evidence.
Yeah. So oh me oh my name is Clyde might be. Yeah. I don't think we should consider oh me oh my Clyde.
Here's something that strikes me. If I am a murderer, I'm putting myself in the mindset.
Oh wait, we should say that you're not, right? Just
not in this circumstance, no.
Okay. All right. Cool. I didn't do it.
Oh yeah, let's go around quickly.
Just make sure everyone.
Sorry, Squirtle.
I didn't know. I didn't do it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Giggly Puffy.
Yeah.
Beth.
Nope, not me.
Okay.
Okay. Great. All right.
We are ruling people out left, right, and center.
I'm just gonna scratch those off.
What I was going to say is, if I'm a murderer and I'm trying to conceal myself with gloves, the most important part of a glove to me is the fingers to obscure the fingerprints. So by cutting them off, kind of defeats the purpose.
Mm-hmm.
But Clyde did have a thimble on every single finger, so.
I see. He loves Monopoly.
Yes, exactly.
He owns 10 Monopoly boards.
Yeah. You could tell it was the Monopoly thimble and it wasn't a regular thimble.
Wow. So small fingers.
Yeah, I have an eye. I have an eye for that kind of thing.
You have an eye for what's a Monopoly piece and what's not.
Exactly.
Nice.
You are not a Monopoly piece. Yes, that thing is.
That's a race car.
Yeah, race car can be a Monopoly piece. I guess it's not what is a Monopoly piece and what isn't. It's more what can be a Monopoly piece and what isn't.
What you could throw on the board if you
exactly,
had,
and it would work. Yeah.
If you had too many friends over and you were dying.
It's good to have a work-life balance.
Okay, so did one of you at any point find Canvas's body?
Oh, I did.
You did.
Okay,
where was
it? I did. Well, Squirtle left for a bit, I guess, to poo on the stall. I did.
I did a number on that stall.
4.
You know what a sky dump is? Do you know what a sky dump is?
A sky dump?
Yeah, it's when you shimmy. You put your 2 legs on the side of the stall, and you shimmy up to the top. So when you do a poo, it goes in the bowl, and it makes a big splash. It makes a big splash.
That's what that was.
But because I did a 4, I did a big diarrhea in the bowl. I crawled up to the top of the stall and did a solid poo.
And it splashed the diarrhea.
Wow, that.
Sorry, Giggly Puff didn't mean to cut you off with that.
That was important though. That was a key. That was key.
Oh, that's good to know. I thought it was paint. I thought it was interior decor, but now I know it was your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, splash diarrhea.
Oh. So where did you find the body?
So I went around the corner because I wanted more fries, but the guy wasn't there anymore. So I decided to help myself. I opened a little latch and I went inside and I scooped up some more garlic rosemary fries, and then I tripped on something. And I thought, that hardness I've felt before in my mouth. And I realized I tripped on the 4 rows of teeth of Canvas Tote.
He was
And, of
lying
course,
behind the counter.
Yes, teeth open. Teeth
were open.
Teeth were open.
Sounds like a clue to me.
Right. I know. So I took out my Pokedex and I wrote that
That's
down.
good thought. That's really good thought.
Yeah.
This time with a Venn diagram. And so then I...
What was the Venn diagram?
What's in the Venn diagram?
What did you put in a Venn diagram? Teeth and what else?
And what was the overlap?
Are they in the middle or are they on the
what-
side? Explain this for us.
Yeah. We'll map this out.
So a Venn diagram is 2 circles with a
We
thing
know
in
what
the
a
middle.
den-
Oh, we know
a
what
Venn
it is.
diagram
This almost seems like stalling.
So I drew a circle, and on the inside of one circle, I drew molars, and on the inside of the other circle, I drew blood, and on the inside of the part in the middle that forms the ovular.
Wait, so you're drawing them too? You're not just writing. You're like sketching in the circles. All right, cool. This is a more artful Venn diagram.
Okay, so
Yes.
one side molars, one side blood.
Yeah, and what
And in the
connects
middle,
them?
a foot, my foot. I just bought some Birkenstock, so I was happy to show him off in the middle section.
And also because when you stepped on his teeth, you got his blood all over your foot.
Yes, that's the connection. Thank you. You're smart.
I have
you.
something to say. That might be a
Okay.
clue.
Oh, good. Is it anything to do with your shit?
No, unfortunately, no.
Okay,
That's kind
'cause
of
that-
over. There's nowhere really left to build with that. So,
Oh, I wouldn't be sure.
Well, I was surprised last time because it did somehow get worse.
yeah, guys, fellas, it's important to have fun. It's important to have fun.
Work-life balance.
Exactly. So, after you had discovered the Canvas Tote, you were screaming for me to come and look, right?
I was
So-
devastated.
Yeah, because that's really scary. And also, you just bought your new Birkenstocks, and there's blood on them now, which is
And now-
not great.
And teeth marks.
Yeah, so not great. So I came running out, and just as I was running out of the bathroom to go behind the counter, I saw a shadowy figure leave the diner.
What was his
Okay.
favorite
You want to
movie?
know who? I don't know, but I do know that they are famous.
Oh. Okay.
Is that the only thing you know about the shattering?
Well, I know who they are. Do you want to know who they are?
Oh, so they weren't that shadowy.
Who was it?
Okay.
It was one.
It was one
It was-
person. Okay.
It was one person.
Yeah.
And it was.
Speaking of stalling,
A Venn diagram.
bathroom stalling.
It was.
Nice.
It looked like Tom
Like-
Hanks. I'm just saying.
I will
but as
say-
a kid and big.
Listen,
As
if
a
you
kid,
stall
you're
enough,
big.
you can think of one of the
Some
most
real-
famous actors of all time.
It was on the tip of my tongue.
Okay,
This is
so
huge news, though. This is big.
It looked like Tom Hanks.
it sounds like
And famously, my opponent here just really did a number on Tom Hanks in prison. So,
do you mean
not
like
in prison,
bathroom
in
wise?
court. No, not my kind of number. Honey,
Okay.
not my kind of number. My kind of number is my only kind of number if you're picking up what I'm putting down. But, are you?
That
Not
no one
quite
shoots
on that
like
one.
you, I guess.
Thank you. This guy gets it.
All right, cool.
But my opponent had just, in court,
Yes.
defended, like you had gone against Tom Hanks.
Oh my-
Do you not,
oh my
You don't know who
goodness.
Tom
Right.
Hanks is?
I can't believe you haven't heard of this very famous case. It was
Yeah.
all over France, which then escalated into Austria. Anyway, it ended there.
It was a
Not
whole
in
mess.
Austria, but it was a whole mess.
Ah,
Basically,
the UN of
Tom
France.
Hanks, yep. Tom Hanks was speeding, and I pulled him over, and everyone was like, "Tom Hanks does not get a speeding ticket." and I
You pulled
said,
him over?
"Yep."
Like a citizen's arrest? What was it? What was
Well,
this
we're not.
here?
We're lawyers. We're lawyers.
Oh, well, yeah,
So-
sorry. An above average citizen, I suppose.
Right. Well, I'm a citizen of the Rocket Asham Ketchum world, and
Well, you got it right the first
I
time.
thought. I mixed up it's a very complicated name. And so I felt it was my duty to report crimes. And I called the cops, and the cops said, we don't arrest Tom Hanks. And so I said, well, frick you, I'll do it. So I flew out of my car. I was driving a Honda Civic, but as Jigglypuff, I can fly. So roll down my window. Yes, it's an old one. I rolled down my window very slowly, but I flew out of my car and hovered above Tom Hanks until he stopped.
Okay.
And people were pissed you made him stop his car?
Yes,
Well,
it was a whole
Tom
thing.
Hanks doesn't get a speeding ticket.
Right.
Did you write
The
a
country
ticket?
of France loves Tom Hanks. They do not want to give Tom Hanks a speeding ticket, but if you're speeding, you're speeding.
Exactly. So I took him to court. And the rest is history.
Did you win?
No, but we kissed. We did one of the classic kisses.
How would you rate
Tom
it?
How many
Hanks's
teeth
wife-
does he have?
a normal 32. With veneers. He's famous.
And sorry, what about Rita Wilson?
Oh, Rita Wilson and I do not like each other. Let's just put it that way.
You
Yeah,
do
I'm
not
picking
want
up
to
what
get
you're
into
putting
this. Yeah.
Yeah. Rita, I was set to do a movie. Castaway 3? Not gonna happen anymore.
Wow, they skipped right to the third
Yeah.
Yeah.
one. Wow. So wait, you were going to be in it, but not anymore because of your
I was gonna be the ball. I was gonna be the
Wilson.
ball.
Wow.
My
Well, because
finger-
Jigglypuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a round pink creature, and I
Just
would
like a
have been
volleyball.
perfect. Yeah, would have been.
So maybe Tom Hanks
was
was
Yeah.
trying to frame you or get back at you or something of that nature. Just it feels like it's important to note.
Yes. Interesting that he was there and ran away right after.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean he did do a little, obviously like a shoulder shimmy because Blurred Lines was playing. Classic song.
And when it's playing, you
It's a
gotta
bone
move.
neck, but
You
it's,
got-
no, that's
oh.
Get Lucky by Daft Punk. Sorry. This is the
R.I.P.
Blurred Lines. I know you want it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well.
We have two suspects. It sounds like at this point, because we've been talking more about him, I'm definitely leaning more towards Tom Hanks. But don't forget about Clyde, the guy with blood
yeah.
all over his face,
Mhm.
who was noted right behind the counter with the body right before it was discovered.
Well, it could be
Yeah.
him. Maybe they're in cahoots. Maybe they're in cahoots.
Yeah, Tom Hanks might not do his own dirty work.
Yeah, also, before I left the bathroom, we all know what I was doing in there. Clyde grabbed me by my head and just breathed hot air into my face.
Oh no, did you puff up?
Yeah, but I blew it back
Oh,
out again.
this is
but-
Squirtle.
yeah,
No, but you blow air into anybody and they blow up like a balloon.
like a balloon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Could happen to you, man.
I will never take that risk.
So I'm just
Wow,
saying he's
okay.
doing some weird stuff too.
Yeah, he also said he wanted to put medicine on his fingers,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
which were covered by thimbles, his long, tiny fingers.
Yeah.
Did it look like, okay, the body on the floor? And we
Wait,
do
what was
have
his favorite movie?
Zootopia 2.
2. Where the
That's
one where
Rabbit
the one where
takes
the
over the
rabbit,
city.
Right,
Rabbit
New York.
takes the city, but it's New York City this time.
Now, interestingly enough, that his favorite movie is a movie that hasn't been made yet, which might suggest that he knows
a time traveler?
someone in the could be. I was just gonna say he knows someone in the entertainment business, and who else is in the entertainment business but Tom
One
Hanks,
Tom Hanks.
who is cast in future movies. This I know.
Like what?
So, Castaway 3 for one.
Oh yes.
Not anymore.
Well, no, Tom Hanks is still
What?
in it.
Oh, right. They're still making it.
I'm
it wasn't
not.
They're still
canceled as a
gonna make
movie.
it.
Yeah.
Of course they're still gonna make it. He's America's dad.
So are you suggesting that maybe this is a cahoots kind of situation?
Yeah.
Oh, and that wraps up another successful episode of Killed to Death. It was Tom Hanks and Clyde in cahoots. Steve, thank you for suggesting that.
Hey, no problem. I just think it was right.
First of all, I have a list of people to thank right now.
Mhm.
I I want to thank the Sonar Network for this show that they put on, and they gave us this specific slot. And I want to thank Bad Dog Michael Mongiardi. He is watching, of course, still wandering the streets with his phone out in front of him.
See what he knows how.
Thank you to the Sonar Network, and thank you for Bad Dog for giving Sonar Network that slot.
Amazing.
I don't know who gave... and I guess thank you to YouTube for giving Bad Dog their channel.
It goes all the way out, baby. Thank you to Google for owning YouTube.
Thanks to Zuckerberg, who I think, if I remember Social Network, the YouTube guy was in it, and like they were doing a drinking competition, and they had a throwaway line like, "Oh, that guy's gonna go on to invent YouTube." I want to thank Matt Probst for our theme music. Please, if you like this show, you can make that solidified by a like on Facebook or a follow on Instagram or Twitter. Twitter is K2D Pod. Yep. Instagram is Killed to Death Podcast.
That's right.
If you want to suggest a scenario and a live chat isn't available to you, try Killed to Death Podcast at gmail.com. Email us Vesta Lunch a bunch.
Yes.
And that's
we'll
it.
Kind of take a version of it.
That's it for me. As far as the two of you, this is a plug section, and I recognize that you are both Squirtle Johnson and Giggly Puffy Beth. However, I'm sure you're fans of people. Is there anything people should check out, or any social medias to be aware of?
You first?
All right. Well, I'm obviously a big fan of Carley Thorne. She's just kind of hanging around right now. Not really anything on the docket right about now, but if you follow her on Instagram, quite possibly something big is happening. Teasing something big.
Ooh,
I'm sure it'll be coming. I'm sure it'll be coming soon.
Well, now you've set yourself up for
something huge. Think about what it could be. I'm quite sure it's
Double
it. So
wow.
that's that. Yeah.
Good tease.
Yeah, good tease. At Carley Thorne on Instagram.
And Giggly Puffy?
Well, I am a big fan of Cihang, and she will be on Bad Dog Comedy TV's show coming up, D&D Live, as one of the cast members. So check that out. That'll be super exciting. There'll be lots of weird, fun things happening.
Weird things. And also, I want to thank Connor Lowe.
Yes, thank you, Connor.
Bringing up your comments, starting the video feed, running this whole thing, because I would have no idea how to.
Yeah, amazing, man. Thank you.
And thank you to everyone who watched and who has ever listened and ever will listen, and even if you are not watching or have never listened.
Yeah, pass that along to someone who has never listened and will never listen. Thank them.
Oh, wait, I have a closing sentiment.
Oh, yeah?
I forgot that there's something we say to end the shows. Steve, to everyone out there, I would like to say from all of us at Kill to Death, me and Steve, keep your stick on the ice. Bye.